So, in all of these videos, I'm determined to take the camera outside and to move it around. This is the marsh, the saltwater marsh that's out in the back of our yard. It drains to Long Island Sound. Tide's coming in now, but given the rain and storms that are happening today, there won't be many people out on the water, unfortunately. So this is a plant called a lamb's ear, and I wanted to show it because, sorry about that. One of the first SketchUp models that I uploaded to, maybe even the first one that I uploaded to the 3D warehouse, Google's 3D warehouse for SketchUp, was a model that was inspired by this plant. And so it's just an interesting, that was many years ago, but every spring this plant does this. It's an interesting intersection of my analog and digital worlds. So here's that SketchUp model that was inspired by the lamb's ear plant that we were just looking at. It's not much to look at, I'll admit, but interesting effort for me, and an example of my work being inspired by something out in the real world. And what I hope to do by taking the camera outside is to inspire students to push their work forward by bringing more of the real world into our courses. So taking the camera outside is not unproblematic, let's just say that. The environment is a lot less controlled than the classroom. There's things like mosquitoes. Like just a few minutes ago, I tried to film down on my backyard and was viciously assaulted by swarms of mosquitoes. So that didn't work. So I came up on the deck here. Mosquitoes don't seem to come up here too often. There's rain. There's no extraneous noise. Just before I started filming this little segment, the jet plane flew by. So, it is complicated, and you can understand why maybe in the early days of film, it was easier to film inside and on sound stages. You didn't have all the issues that you have outside with lack of control. But, so that's one issue with taking the camera outside. The other is, what do you do with it? That maybe is the bigger issue. Like, when you're inside, you almost always have a teaching surface, some surface upon which you can put information. So you have a whiteboard or a chalkboard in the old days, and or if you're doing something on a computer screen, you can do a Salcon right on the screen type thing. It's a place to present information. I mean, ideally, I could, while I'm talking, I could have information just appear up here, sort of floating information. That would be cool, but I haven't found a tool that will do that yet. It's if you have a high-end video production team behind you, I'm sure you could work that out, but just not there for the regular person using an iPad to record video. So that's a challenge. That's one of the things I'm going to have to work on this year. Be creative about that. So lack of control and a sort of a information presentation surface are two of the issues with filming, taking the camera outside. moving your thumb, top of the camera, it's another one. But practice. Let's see. So I thought it would be fun to try a little close-up shot of the lamb's ear plant. Get a sense of the mysteriousness of the stems and the leaves. When you look at them, it almost creates a little forest in there. And these wonderful spikes that come up. The interesting purple flowers. Kind of testing what kind of resolution I can get on this.